Cool. I've never played Doom 2016 before. I'm a little familiar with the Doom series. I probably played the first one for like an hour or two here and there when I was growing up. It's been on so many different platforms, right? I do know a little bit about this particular entry through cultural osmosis and discussion about game design. I kind of look at regenerating health as one of those innovations in shooter design where it's like, this is kind of just the right way to do it. Hey, thanks, sir. Appreciate that. Welcome to your Doom. That's Sinistar. Regenerating health is the kind of thing where it's like it's like the 3-act structure or the hero's journey in filmmaking. It's not that it's the right way to do things, it's that if you're going to deviate from this formula, you better know what you're doing. And it sounds like that's what Doom does. Doom says, hey, this formula that we've landed on of regenerating health works for a lot of games, but we're going to try something different, and trust us, we know what we're doing. So I've heard about the whole concept of like the ballet of moving in and out of melee, but I haven't actually seen any gameplay. I don't know how it actually plays. We're going to go ahead and start it here and see it for the first time. Doom 3 is the one where everyone memed about not being able to hold a gun and a flashlight at the same time. Well, yeah. I think there are a lot of little innovations in game design that are like that. You know, the innovation where it's like, you should do this unless if you know what you're doing. This is a good formula to stick to. Lots of rules like that, I think, in 2D platformers. You know, there's a wrong way to design a 2D platformer level unless if you specifically know what you're doing and subverting the formula. How I avoided seeing gameplay for 4 years. Hey, if a game was made since I started streaming, I have done everything in my power to avoid it. I don't watch media videos. I click away from trailers. Got to preserve that blind experience. I think this is the largest subblock game I've had to install. It's like 70 gigabytes or something. I've read all that. Totally. Turn the brightness up a little bit just because people have different monitors at home. Campaign. New slot. Settings. Hurt me plenty. Yeah, we'll just leave it on whatever the default difficulty is. Crosshair style. This all looks fine. Controller's fine. Audio. Subtitles, please. Game's also pretty quiet, so I'm going to turn it up. This all looks fine. Chromatic aberration. I'll leave it on. Can I just do ultra? Okay, that should be fine. See if it yells at me. Hurt me plenty. Need a balance of focus, aggression, and fearlessness. I built the gaming PC after this game came out, and it was top of the line at the time.
They are rage, brutal, without mercy. But you will be worse. Rip and tear until it is done.
I do know some of the memes about the Doom guy, Space Marine. I know that it's demons on Mars. Pretty good start to the game, I would say. That's cool. Press right stick. Doing the show don't tell thing pretty well already. All right.
We have to contain this.
I love... That's great. Is this game an actual sequel or is it a reboot of Doom? Hey! So we're at a point where the Doom guy is like supernaturally strong. It's not just like a meme about the player being powerful. You've been imbued with some kind of superhuman ability.
Cannot determine the cause of the demonic invasion until the Resop satellite is brought back online.
Let me see if I can turn on VSync really quick after this. I saw some tearing a second ago. Fix the satellite. Got it.
I'm Dr. Samuel Hayden. I'm the head of this facility. I think we can work together and resolve this problem in a way that benefits us both.
I know the game has a lot of stuff like that, so I'm looking forward to it. Hold on. VSync. Just on, I guess? Oh, did it just kick it off? Let's see if that fixes it. Glory kills. Dealing damage to demons will cause them to stagger, which is indicated by a blue highlight. Move into close range, and when the highlight turns orange, press right stick to perform a glory kill. Attack demons from any angle, including from above, to perform different glory kills. Glory killing demons always drops health, yeah. So this is the thing I was talking about at the beginning that I've heard of. So you have to have damage them in order for that to become possible, which is pretty cool. So this is your diverting from regenerating health, and I think there's some kind of rule where like you get ammo if you shoot them to death, and you get health if you melee them while they're staggered. Combat shotgun, 20 bullets.
Demonic presence at unsafe levels. Lockdown in effect.
Props to them for trying something different, though. I like that they didn't just try to make a classic shooter with, you know, just health packs. Because I think health packs kind of didn't work. Like, one of the main reasons that regenerating health is so important is it lets the developers design on an encounter-by-encounter basis. They don't have to worry about what you have from the previous stage, or giving you enough pickups to account for what you might have lost on the previous stage. But it seems like this system makes up for that in a lot of ways. If you have pre-recorded messages about having a too high demon infestation. I also like it looks like they give me way more ammo than I need, which is like, don't conserve your shotgun ammo, man. Just go ham. It's gonna be great.
Demonic presence at unsafe level. Lockdown in effect.
Not even Doom music. Go ham the game, I know, right? And props to them for pulling that off. I keep
Demonic
not
presence
expecting the
upon
small
safe
amount of
mode.
auto aim that's
Lockdown.
you get from playing on controller. Oh, that's nice. Funnel into him sometimes if you see that blue highlight. The game feel in this is really good so far. I'm impressed. The previous iteration before this one was Doom 3, which was kind of had a mixed reception, and then this one's like a universal acclaim kind of game, right? Discover the cause. Destroy the gore
Demonic
nest.
presence eliminated. Lockdown disengaged.
Thanks, game. Doom 3 was horror, and the big thing was that it was focused on a lot of the game being dark. Which I feel like horror doesn't work for Doom. Doom is... It seems like Doom 3 going horror is like Diablo 3 going MMO-ish, where they tried to make some of the fights in that game challenging. Where it's like, no, Diablo isn't about losing the fight, it's about how efficiently can you win the fight, or how cool can you look while you win. You don't actually want to make the game hard in that respect, you know?
I'm willing to take full responsibility for the horrible events of the last 24 hours, but you must understand. Our
Wanted to show off
interest
lighting
in
tech.
their world
Gotcha.
was purely for the betterment of mankind. Everything has clearly gotten out of hand now, yes. But it was worth the risk.
I love the little scenes they have throughout this of the Doom guy getting pissed. So far, this game manages to affect that, like, comical late 90s, early aughts, badass masculine shit. But it does it in a way that's self-aware and fun. You know, like, I think God of War 2018 also handled that pretty well. Check your dossier. Got an auto map. Okay. Is this where they teach me that there's no fall damage? Okay. Impact compensation. Game is gorgeous. Looks really good. Camera pans down to dead security guard. Kind of fun how they did the slow-moving enemy projectiles too. Not all of them are like that, obviously, but yeah, they got this really cool arena design, which I'm so used to shooters now that are basically a hallway that the game moves you along, right? But so far, the two big enemy areas I've been to have been designed more like an arena that you have to move all around and kill everything in. I didn't own a PC when I was a kid, so shooters weren't really my genre. If my being bad at them doesn't tip you off to that a bit. But I do know that, like, games like Quake were usually laid out like this one. Checkpoint reached. Cool. So these like credits, the little green pickups all over the place. Oh, their armor. Okay. I see now on the bottom left. Green chiclets. Find the blue access key. I'm like, does that mean that I'm able to jump up there? It looks like it's got the blue around it, suggesting I need to melee it. I'll try to figure it out. Yeah, secret found. Hey, that's the NEDM song. I know that one. View tutorial. Collectibles are 2 UAC Marine Guy collectibles in every map. Each one you find will unlock a model that can be viewed. Okay, that's cool. I like that they use the blue outline to mean you can press right stick on this. It's nice. I'm hopeful Bethesda being purchased by Nintendo is good for the industry. I'm a little worried about there being more exclusives. Nice. How fast the melee is, too. Like, they still manage to have the fun animations with it, but it's not such a slow animation that you're like, I'm not going to do this because it's taking up time. Keycards are pretty old school FPS design. Does anyone actually care about games magazines anymore? Praetor Suit Token. Praetor Suit tab allows you to upgrade a variety of the Praetor Suit's capabilities. Oh, it's kind of neat. I didn't realize there was a progression system. Improve resistance to environment and explosive damage. Equipment capacity and recharge time. Power up effectiveness. Hazard protection. I'll hold on to it. So what is this? Is grenades, okay. I couldn't find one for Doom 2016. This has the same box art as Doom 2016. Had that problem with Twitch before. Try to search for it if you can find it. Change it. Pretty sure this is the only one. Interesting. I'm not sure what that does yet. Armor. So how does ammo drops from enemies work? Is it that there's like upgrades I'll get later that will cause them to drop more frequently? Or is it based on only dropping when I'm low? It looks like that just happened. And only when you kill them when you're not using a melee attack. mechanics for getting ammo from enemies there. Checkpoint reached. It looks like there is an objective marker at the top of the screen, but I'm just trying to notice whether the levels are laid out in such a way that I'm like running in circles, or I kind of figure out where the game wants me to go. It seems like it's doing a pretty good job so far, which is impressive given the fact that like you're in these big arenas and killing all the enemies inevitably opens a door, right? So it's like, how do you know where the door is without staring at the objective marker the whole time? Ways you can lay the stage out to try to funnel you where you're supposed to go. Combat support drone. Field drones apply with weapon mods and can be activated by using the weapon mod button. Choose which mod you want and it will be attached to your weapon. Use weapon upgrade points to improve their capabilities. Charge a 3-round burst for a tighter spread. Charge up an arcing explosive round. Bigger boom, rapid fire, quick load. Let's do AoE. Tries to drop ammo for weapons you don't have out. Okay, that's cool. Oh, that's what this was earlier when I was holding this down. So it's like an alternate fire mode, basically, that takes a while to cool down. Oh, that's kind of a cool way to have, like, abilities. Natural thing you don't have to think too much about. You can see the cooldown on your reticle there. Yeah, that's cool. It's the Super Mario 3D Land approach to game design. I really like that. Yeah, how I like exploring design space. I really like that global blue for available to finish. It's smart. Some games like these, you have to wonder, like, is this only possible because of the tech at the time? You can make things not look like a mess, right? Still have a lot of stuff going on. It's probably gonna be progress once I kill everything. Give me your health, please. Thank you. This is pretty cool so far, though. I'm digging it. Crouch. It's weird how the arena, like, combat environments feel so different when you're used to modern hallway shooters, right? I think that the hallway design is also, in a way, kind of correct for the genre. Was it, you want to say it's Call of Duty 4 that pioneered the whole let's take the scripted events concept from Half-Life 1 and 2 and just really double down on storytelling through kind of siphoning you through these specific linear pathways. Again, I think there are lots of games that do it differently and do it well, but it's the sort of thing where you better know what you're doing, and you'd better be doing it with intent and purpose if you're going to deviate from it. I think I might be backtracking, actually. Hold on. Like Half-Life kind of goes from where the level is a puzzle, find out where you're supposed to go, and it's often disguised in a way to make you think that you're like breaking outside the bounds of the stage. Last of Us feels like Half-Life. Yeah, I think that's a fair comparison.
Welcome to the UAC. Now 221 accident-free days.
Yeah. Cute. Pace of this game feels really good so far, too. There's some secrets. Alright, that's fine. Yeah, cover's another one where it's, again, you better know what you're doing if you're not going to do cover. I think cover's tied pretty closely to regenerating health, though, so you have to solve for both if you're going to remove one of them. Oh, I didn't see. Press A to continue.
Hello, I am Vega, the sentient intelligence assigned to Mars. After running diagnostics on the Praetor suit, it appears that I can activate optional challenges that, when completed, will assist in upgrading your arsenal at an accelerated pace. I have added a tracking component to your dossier.
Mission challenges. Activated when a mission begins. 11 upgrade points. Huh. Challenges. Perform 5 different glory kills. Kill 2 of the possessed with 1 trigger pull from the shotgun. That's pretty cool. I dig that. It's a way to vary up the combat as you play. Those are all chapter specific. Let's need to find out what the different enemies are. The possessed are the ones that just look like astronaut zombies. RE4 and 5 do arena level design.
All entrances not operational.
Guess that works pretty well for horror, to make it harder to put something safe at your back. Variety is the spice of death.
Main power offline. All entrances not operational. Main power online.
I believe in honesty, especially now. In what will be your final moments in this world?
Whether they make this optional, I can just leave.
All the rumors, the human sacrifices, the hell portal, the demons. It's all true. My sisters and brothers, be thankful. You will be the first. You will have a seat alongside them, just as I will, in what will become the new world that they create for us.
Condensation on the window is pretty cool looking.
Starting now.
Cool. Download map data. A bunch of codex entries if you want them. Okay. Kill 2 of the possessed with 1 trigger pull from the shotgun. Probably gonna have to be the
Especially now. In what
special ammo. That was pretty good.
my sisters and brothers be thankful.
Challenge complete. Go to arsenal. Weapon upgrade points. Explosive shot. Reduces the recharge time between explosive shots. Increase the size of the explosion. Remove the loading time for an explosive shot. Purchase all upgrades to unlock mastery. Getting a direct hit with an explosive shot will spawn cluster bombs that deal additional damage.
For us.
It's pretty neat. And then does it replace it with a new challenge or not to the next map? Okay. Jurassic Park with hell instead of dinosaurs.
I believe in honesty. Especially now. In what will be your final moments in this world.
She spared no expense.
All the rumors, the human sacrifices, the hell portal, the demons. It's all true. My sisters and brothers, be thankful. You will be the first. You will have a seat alongside them just as I.
Oh, I think it's this way, actually.
In what will become the new world they create for us.
Oh, this is where I started, never mind.
Starting now.
Hey, Brucey. I'm digging it a lot so far. It's very good. Yeah, sorry, I tried to tag you in the feedback channel, letting you know when it would be starting.
I believe in honesty. Especially now.
Hey guys, what's up? That was fun. Possessed Engineer. Hey, thanks, Scar.
Demonic presence of unsafe life. Lockdown in place.
Excuse you. That counts. Challenge complete. 2 for weapon upgrade point. Bigger. Oh, actually, they're more expensive now. We gotta find secrets. Alright. Thanks, Brewski. Appreciate that. I kind of get into like the full design philosophy of Doom 2016 a lot at the start of the playthrough. So if you check the VOD, or I think, can you watch like the past broadcast while it's still recording and catch up, or is there not a way to play it faster? Codex environments.
Here at UAC, we take pride in nurturing
Oh, classic.
only the best of the best. Are you ready to move up?
You can play it at like a higher speed or something. There was a thing on YouTube Live for a while before affiliate made us all stop using it. Specialized melee weapon access by pressing X. Using the chainsaw requires fuel. The bigger the demon, the more you need. Cutting apart a demon with a chainsaw will always drop a surplus of ammunition. That's cool. So there's the ballet. Regular melee, chainsaw.
How committed are you?
It's just healing there if I wasn't already full, I guess. Let me just confirm really quick. Got 3 secrets, which I may have already passed some, but... That's pretty good. Oh, they weren't kidding when they said surplus of ammunition. Okay. Cool. Now, does the ammo that drops from a chainsaw kill not stay on the ground indefinitely? Yellow access key. Stays on the ground forever. Gotcha. More access restricted. First time I've had to use the crouch button. Doom guy doesn't seem like a croucher. See if I can see any secrets from in here. Whoa! Well, that's one way to die.
Here at the UAC, we take pride in nurturing a growing workforce.
Yes. Now, does the chainsaw kill require that they be in that weakened blue state, or can you just do it regardless, or does it depend on the demon? You get even more health if you're particularly low.
Access denied. Yellow security limits required.
Anytime, but the larger demons will require more gas. Okay. Cool. Let's see, and that was a gas tank that I just picked up. That's a smart way to handle that. Okay. I'm glad that they mentioned that. You get different melee finishers. I wonder if they design the challenges and then try to set up locations for you to pull them off, right? If it's kill two possessed with one shot, they try to make a couple locations where they're specifically set up. So how does armor work in this game? It reduces the damage you take, but you also you take half of it to armor and half of it to health or something?
Demonic presence at unsafe level. Lockdown in effect.
I think the one where you rip off their arm is one of my favorites so far. You open that and it starts playing Doom music. Back here, asshole. I think the arenas work really well for the kind of constantly moving fight design, too. If you're standing still, you're doing something wrong. talk a lot on this channel about the idea of like designer intent, the way that developers imagine you playing the game versus the way you might actually play the game, and how I feel like the onus is on the devs. Oh, this must have been an exploding barrel. The onus is on the dev to design their games in such a way that you can't play it wrong, or you can't play it in a way that's effective but unfun. And at least so far, this game seems like it's incentivizing the right kind of behaviors in me right away, you know? That's cool. I keep naturally pressing X as the reload button, but they've kind of turned that into the get ammo back by chainsawing button, which is cool. Tree lock. Soul locks. Yeah, exactly. R swaps out your gun mod. Interesting. Thanks for shunting that guy forward. Oh, now I can get the other upgrade. That's cool. Okay, so like, how do I switch these? Just which? Okay, one of them I have equipped, one of them I don't. Sure. Unequip mod. Select mods. Activate mod. Okay. Swap between them using up. Oh, that's cool. Thanks, game. Wait, really? Large blue packs on the ground. Give me that yellow tag. Pretty wonderful. Just breaks off. It's like fine. Oh, I didn't know that was a thing that I said. Interesting.
Access granted.
Probably still secrets in here somewhere. I guess I'm gonna worry less about that.
Welcome to the UAC's Mars installation, located in the vast
You good?
impact basin. This high-tech mining and research facility is pushing the boundaries of the imagination each and every
Yeah, it's a
day.
horror game for the demons.
Your loyalty is more than just a commitment to the UAC. It's a commitment to the future of mankind. Thank you for your service.
Service complete. Open airlock.
All UAC employees are subject to regular med checks to ensure their production capabilities are not degraded.
Yeah, I think horror is antithetical to what Doom is about. It's the same with when, like I was saying earlier, when Diablo 3 first launched and it had like enrage timers on the enemies and they were like, we made Inferno so hard, and it's like, that's not what Diablo's about. It's what Mythic raids are about in World of Warcraft, but that's not what Diablo is here for. It's power fantasy, it's how cool are you when you win, not are you going to win. How fast do you win? Berserk mode, oh, that's pretty cool. You just start punching things? Okay. The demons are playing a horror game and they're being stalked by Doom Guy. That's pretty sweet. Those blue packs, you mean? Straight up power-ups, yeah. Okay, no worries. Thanks for checking in. I think they're not picking up because my health has been full when I'm walking over them. They do it in a way that works, I think, which is what's cool. They didn't just try to make a retro shooter. They were like, okay, given all the things we know about game design now, how would we try to like replicate the feeling of playing the OG Doom games? Not just make like modern Doom maps with modern Doom graphics. I guess 4 years is like an eternity in video game time, isn't it? I used to think of this as a game that just came out. I must have missed it. What's the grenade button? I see that I have a grenade, and I keep walking past grenade pickups. He was so gentle, as he had to be. I think the bumpers are guns.
Access to the facility scanner. Come to the Vega terminal, and I'll give you what you need.
Now, does ammo automatically try to pick up for all of my guns if the gun I currently have equipped is full? What game was I playing recently that didn't do that? It was driving me crazy. One of those Mega Man Toho fan games. See if this continues to be the case, but I'm continuing to really like the pacing of this game. I love how all those green lights directed us at where to go in this big arena area. That was cool. Asshole. Airlock. Actually making me curious where the loading is happening. Like there aren't any super obvious loading hallways. Maybe because of the arena design, they're able to do a lot of loading of the next area while you're fighting stuff. You goof. I like how it doesn't auto switch to the pistol. It's nice. Proceed at your own risk. Okay, it looks like it is left bumper, right bumper is cycle through guns in one direction. Thanks. Nice. And I'm dead. over there, that's nice. Yeah, I like bright green as their progression conveyance color. That's nice. Cool. Raider token. Power up effectiveness, power surge. When it wears off, a blast wave will be released. Equipment. Increase the recharge duration for equipment. Oh, which isn't necessarily a grenade. Okay. Area scanning. Reveals exploration items in a wider radius around your position. Oh, secret sense sounds nice. Doom Guy and Kratos punching open chests. You definitely have to put some thought into the pacing of a game like this. I think it's really easy to just kind of play the game and not think about how the devs sat down and thought, okay, we want to have a section where it's really, really intense, and it's playing the Doom music, and there's giant waves of enemies, and then a section where you're just kind of jumping around for a few seconds, and then a section where there's like a medium number of enemies, right? They really thought about that flow and rhythm. Feels pretty good. It has you always moving, but it doesn't have you always like all the way heightened to the point where it starts to become boring. That makes sense.
It's a gift. Take it. It will give you strength, help you on your journey, if you can withstand the power surge.
Oh, I can. Increases maximum health capacity. Oh, well. Nice. I do like that there's several parallel progression tracks.
That's taken into your system. It seems to agree with you. I will unlock the remaining Argent cells within the facility for you. Vega, give him what he wants.
61,337 UAC members deceased. 81% of the facility is on lockdown. Demonic presence through the Mars installation is critical. According to the records, Dr. Hayden, the invasion originated in the Lazarus facility. It seems that a hell wave was activated, transforming 64% of all UAC employees into the creatures you see roaming throughout the facility.
Perfect.
The rest were killed by the demons released from their holding cells by Olivia Pierce.
I feel I should apologize for what's happened here. Some of my employees took things too far. Olivia was the cause of all this, and I believe you will have to deal with her in time. You may not agree with our research, but know this. We exploited Hell and its resources because it was in mankind's best interest to do so. What you now see in this facility is the cost of progress.
Okay.
But none of that matters now.
There is an emergency in the foundry. The regulators have been destroyed and the core temperatures are now destabilizing.
They've overrun the adjacent facility. If the venting turbines aren't re-engaged, neither of us will survive the meltdown.
Re-engage venting turbines. Got it. The story is really light and generally done without interrupting the flow of gameplay. And also done... Oh, I'm already maxed out on bullets, that's why I can't open that. Okay. Often done in a show don't tell style, just showing you Doom Guy's reaction to stuff. Oh, it might actually want me to go in there further. Hold on. Saying that Samuel Hayden is bougie? Challenge completes. This will be a fun game to try to go through and do all the challenges. Meltdown. I think that loading screen was done before I thought it was. Didn't see the press A to continue. Alright, what are my new challenges? Kill 3 of the possessed with an explosive barrel. Perform 3 death from above glory kills. Find 2 collectibles. Explosive barrel, is that explosive shots? Assume so.
After running more diagnostics on the active Praetor suit, it appears that I can accelerate the upgrading of your arsenal by measuring your combat effectiveness. I have added a tracker to your helmet's display.
It's like they keep waiting each stage to add more things like that. Combat rating.
The facility will not allow you access to the turbine room unless the demonic threat level is brought down inside the foundry. Our security systems cannot be overridden.
Yeah, I like those. There's a lot of really good decisions in this game. Ooh, key card required. Jump higher, I think, before I do that.
Warning. Core temperature rising.
There we go. Maybe not, actually. I don't think I gave it to him. There, that's... Or did I already get... Okay. Well, they have to be on specific enemy types, that's my problem. They're the bigger dudes. I like the low health notification too. Better than like the red screen Because it's not like a, oh god, you're in big trouble, you better go find safety. It's like, hey, this is just a thing you should probably know about, no big deal. There's curb stuff. You can fix it. I think there's a lot about this game that's like reinforcing the playstyle they want out of you, you know? Hell Knight, okay. Whoops. Instinctively pressing reload. There's our curb stomp. Alright. Bigger boom. Instant reload. Probably should get something with the next weapon upgrade point. Spend it on a... Oh, do I have two now? I might have. No, I don't. I got one from the score tracker in the top right. I'll put one on my assault rifle soon. What was my other objective here? Kill 3 of the possessed with 1 explosive barrel. They mean these explosive barrels? Ah, probably. He just punch his head off. It's great.
Remember, the blind council is always watching.
The blind council, huh? Plasma rifle. Standard issue among military units, the advent of Argent powered electromagnetic accelerators.
Stay focused. Stay
Hold
committed.
RB for the weapon wheel. Okay. Well, it doesn't even cycle to the pistol once you have 2 guns. It's pretty funny. Samuel Hayden, chairman of the UAC. Is he a robot? No. Diagnosed with stage 4 inoperable brain cancer, 6 months to live. Oh, yeah, he is a robot. Okay, cool. I would pause more to read the codex entries, but I feel like that's not necessarily in the spirit of Doom.
Remember, the blind council is always watching.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Is this based on an actual Doom weapon from the earlier games? Being a robot's a minor part of his character. Yeah. Best OG Doom weapon. I like the look of it, like the actual traveling ball projectiles. Pretty cool looking. That makes me too much on fire, apparently. Green conveyance lights. Help me out here. Alright. NEDM. Oh, they're not in that staggered state indefinitely. Okay, I didn't realize that. This is getting pretty fun once you, like, start getting lots of guns and you're just burning through their ammo and swapping constantly.
95%.
I do like pulling them off the corpses. It's a nice touch. This game is super fun, and I'm not particularly into shooters. It just feels good to play.
See Jessica in Human Resources for assistance.
Yeah, I can hear that. They made it effortless to play, which is cool. Destroy the door nest.
Demonic threat reduced by 50%.
And move humanity into the future.
Yeah, accuracy doesn't matter. That's probably a big part of it. It's like your targets are so huge and your reticle is so huge that... That's a good point. I didn't think about that at all. Oh wow, I can't believe it let me do that. Thanks, game. I think I have a second weapon upgrade slot now. Here. Yeah. Oh, right, I need to find field drones first. That's fine. 5 for the last shotgun upgrade. There might be a secret down here. Is there a barrel down here? Hey guys. Come on guys. Get over here. I want to blow you all up. I thought there was a third one down here. Challenge complete. It gave it to me. Thanks. Yeah. Well, they really thought about this game. They said, don't deviate unless you know what you're doing, and it seems like they knew what they were doing. Now, I heard that Doom Eternal wasn't as well received as this one. Is that just because it's more Doom 2016 levels? It's not novel anymore? Not being bullet spongy is pretty important to this game feeling good to play. Oh, there's a slowdown when you switch weapons. That's cool. I love the little subtle green lights of this is kind of where you should be headed. I wonder if those are turning on and off the whole time and I'm not noticing them. And you just triggered the Doom music sequence. High intensity play. Slowdown on the weapon wheel feels correct. It's interesting, even though it's literally slowing the game down, it means the pace of your fighting doesn't slow. You're not spending time running around not shooting things. Yeah, rock's hard, it's not too overbearing. Makes you feel what you should be feeling during that sequence, right? Hey. Tactical scope. Micro missiles, stun bomb, heat blast. I feel like sniping really isn't in the MO, so I'll try micro missiles. Ammo efficient. Advanced loader. Fired indefinitely without requiring a reload. Do I have a Praetor chip? I don't think so. There's that. People stop playing Eternal 2/3 of the way through. When an enemy arrives, it tells you to stop playing the game like you learned for the last 10 hours. Oh, that's cool. I like how it has its own cooldown marker. Nice. They had a lot of fun with the gun design in this game, I feel like. Giving you the cooldown abilities is a really good choice. I feel like a lot of the jank in this game just comes from having expectations about shooters.
Access denied.
Get the guy's hand that he carried out with him, okay. Like wanting to keep hitting a reload button, it's like, well, there's no reload on, you shouldn't have to think about that. Or maybe underusing the left trigger upgrades. Hey, Brewski. I feel like they should have put the chainsaw on the reload button on PC. That's unfortunate. Because having it on the reload button with the controller is really nice. Thank you, green conveyance lights. Do a really good job of standing out against the mostly red background. Oh, it's too good. Now is this set up so I can make that jump on the way back? Totally is. It seems pretty common that people prefer this one to Doom Eternal, right?
Granted.
How long was this game in development?
Start.
Oh, there's a what happened on this because it was in Meltdown Hill? Interesting. So this game is what everyone was hoping Duke Nukem Forever was going to be.
Save levels. Lockdown disengaged. Turbine room doors now open.
I do like the score counter thing in the corner. It's a nice choice too. This game just feels like it's a series of really good decisions. It's kind of like how good editing is invisible sometimes, right? It just feels right. Doom 4 was end up being a generic Call of Duty with demons at some point, I see. There must be another door out here, right? Oops. So I didn't fall in the lava. He doesn't really care about the lava, it turns out. That's on brand for Doom Guy. Oh, really? I thought that was basically just a remaster of the original Tony Hawk levels. So ultimately, I need to go through here. Okay. Here we go.
Warning. Core temperature reaching critical levels.
I like the story stuff in this, but I also like that they've found ways to make it mostly optional. The longest sequence where I wasn't able to just keep playing was the one where you were talking to Samuel in the room at the end of the chapter, and it was less than a minute. As you pointed out, you're really right that aiming doesn't matter in this, really. It's kind of cool. I think that that's accentuated by the fact that the health recovery system incentivizes you to be up close. The closer you are, the less aiming matters, right? Yeah, the music's pretty sweet. They're judicious with it, though, which is nice. It's not playing constantly. It's only for these big arena, high adrenaline sequences. Oop. Trying to get the health. Never seen the original Doom movie. It's the one with The Rock, right? I remember he did a
Demonic presence reduced to minimum.
he did an interview with Jon Stewart on The Daily Show. Jon Stewart asked him what the BFG stood for, and he said the Bioforce gun. Jon Stewart was like, it doesn't stand for the Bioforce gun, dude. I like that the amount of health things drop seems to scale based on how much health you need. Very nice. That was a pretty good one. Working on it. You guys who fucked me up last time. Thank you. Because this correct playstyle is so aggressive, it makes different difficulty levels scale better. Can you explain what you mean? In a more passive game, the different difficulty levels might not scale very well because sniping might still be really, really strong. Doing something that's low risk might remain really strong across all difficulty levels. But here you're incentivized to like always be in danger, so. Maybe some mandatory Praetor chips, that's nice. Full view. Switch weapons faster. It could be nice eventually. You hide more. Yeah. They've done a lot to really make you not want to hide. Or run away. Hey, it's Olivia.
Authorization. Olivia Pierce. Alpha 402.
She has locked me out, Dr. Hayden.
Evil Martian Tilda Swinton.
She is trying to tear open the portal between our world and theirs.
That's cool. I usually don't like difficulty settings in games because It's like, okay, there's one that you want me to play on, so just tell me the mode the game was designed for. Usually that's a scaling problem.
You could not have saved them anyway.
Doom Guy's ultimate goal is to beat up a granny. Hey guys, what's up? Stop Meltdown.
The system won't allow anyone but Olivia to override it now. We will have to shut down the Argent Tower manually from the surface.
Yeah, that's... Sorry, I was interrupted by the story there. That's what I was about to say, that when difficulty levels completely change the required playstyle, I dislike them in those cases. Now you have to be really conservative and only ever aggro one enemy at a time. Not every game can be set up in such a way that the difficulty just scales like that, where it's like, play it exactly the same, just suck less, right?
Olivia is using the tower to drill a doorway into their world. You can prevent her from opening the gate by disabling the tower induction filters.
Well, there's some good discussion on it in a couple Game Maker's Toolkit videos on the topic. But I don't mind accessibility settings, like Celeste's assist mode, just something in the options that lets you tweak the difficulty so the game is playable, but it's clear that this isn't an intended difficulty mode that the game was designed around. This is you mucking around in the settings to make the game playable for accessibility reasons, right? Effectively, game Unicodes being built into games doesn't bother me as long as they're menu buried, disable achievements, and there's clear messaging that this isn't how we designed it to be played, but we understand if you want it. Yeah, I mean, if like Sekiro or Dark Souls had something in the options, it was like journalist mode. No, that would be like Wolfenstein and being mean about it. If it had an assist mode where you could be like, set infinite stamina, but don't do this because we'll turn off your achievements, and this isn't how the game was meant to be played. As long as it's not something that you can set on the title screen where the communication from the dev is this is how it's meant to be played, right? Rune trial. Oh. Ooh, increase the range you can absorb dropped items. That sounds great. This is cool. I don't like stuff like this in a game like Darksiders, but it works fine in something like Doom. 2 seconds per kill. The 2 seconds just makes up for the fact that it takes a second for the animation to play, huh? Sweet. So that just an always-on passive vacuum increase, or is it like a rune that I have to equip? Figure out where you have to run to stop enemies spawning, or get a checkpoint and just keep trying to rush there. Yeah. Runes, where you can view available runes and equip them. You can also view your progress toward upgrading any runes you've acquired, as well as requirements for unlocking additional rune slots. That answers my question. Let's see his best saving throw. Probably going to be vacuum. Oh, upgrade challenge. That's cool. I like little things like that. Fire auto map for Argent facility. Perform 2 death from above glory pills on Hell Knights. Yikes. And they've been adding 1 new thing per stage so far, which is nice. Yeah, part of what I dislike about difficulty settings is that it forces the player to participate in designing the game, often at a stage of the game when you have no idea what the game is actually like. Like, the worst possible time to ask you what kind of challenge you want is on the title screen when you've never played the game before and you don't know what these settings actually mean in practice. They can sometimes give you contextual information, but the problem ends up being that most difficulty settings are something boring like, the math is different, enemies have more health. Rocket launcher. That's cool. They do more damage. Okay, this is pretty cool. I see the use case. I think that's what's so frustrating to me about RTS games in particular. Feeling that, like, I need to design the game before I'm allowed to play it. That's one. I really like little things like these challenges for killing enemies a certain way or vacuuming up a certain number of things. Like, gives me little dopamine hits for doing everything else in the game that's just normal. Especially when the rewards are mild. How dare you? Let's see, remote detonation, walk onto a target. Rewards being used for good instead of evil, yeah. Need 5 for the last shotgun upgrade. Other scrolls difficulty settings, change health, but I think it was mostly because they thought to themselves, there's no way we can balance this for every possible loadout. Yeah. I guess I don't mind adaptive difficulty, where like as you're playing the game it starts to give you choices about what you want the difficulty to be. But that's hard to do well, you know. I think they were right to give you the shotgun first. I think even if you don't keep using it like I am after you get new, more interesting guns, definitely teaches you the right play style. Killed him a little early there. There we go. Challenge complete. Yeah, I think that's fine too. I don't know, I'm big on intended experience. It's really important to me as a player. I think there's a lot of gamers that don't care about that. Like, their main interest is just let me tailor the experience the way I want to play it. Like, I want to treat a game like a sandbox effectively, and if I have to make adjustments in order to make it enjoyable, I'm willing to do that. Me, it's like I want to experience this exactly how the creator wants me to, if possible. I think it feels bad to me when I'm missing out on that feeling. Oh, I'm max on fuel. The game quality is proportional to how good the shotgun experience is.
We're only temporarily disabling the tower. You need to remove each lens individually. Carefully release the hinges.
Cuphead for a lot of people.
Energy contamination detected.
Destroying the production
Just
of Argent
break it.
energy isn't necessary.
Sorry, Samuel. Sucks to be you. You picked the wrong guy to try to work with here. Do you think the issue you're having with Control would be solved by some kind of accessibility assist mode option that's not explicitly a difficulty setting, but it's something that lets you, for lack of a better word, cheat? Give yourself infinite health or infinite resources or whatever?
Demonic breach detected.
There's a breach. What are my other objectives here? Acquire auto map for Argent City. I probably already missed that. Butcher. I really like the thing that I think works so well about the execution melee that's clearly indicated. I hate melee attacks in shooter games because I can never tell, unless if there's like damage numbers or something. They have such bad feedback in general where I don't know, like, how much damage does that do? Is that worth doing over just shooting them in the face? In this case, there's basically no reason to melee something unless you're finishing them off. So you get that indicator, okay, that thing is killable. Tomb Raider 2013 has that. Haste. Got it a little late, but after you shoot guys enough, they get a little skull over their head that says if you run up to this guy and melee them, they will die instantly. Which is apparently inspired by a similar mechanic in Uncharted that's not conveyed to the player in any way, unfortunately. I hear a guy stuck down here somewhere, I feel like. Like, there's no skull in Uncharted to tell you that this thing can work. So you, until you get a feel for it, I think you just have to like go and try it a couple times and have Nathan Drake impotently punch a guy for no damage and then die. The feedback is so unintrusive too. I think I prefer it affecting the whole character model to like them having a little floating skull icon. Sure, and that's what the Game Maker's Toolkit video about assist mode gets into. It's all about the way you present it, right? Wolfenstein is the worst way to present difficulty, where they're showing your character in like a baby bonnet if you play it on easy, right? Whereas Celeste's assist mode is, hey, this is just an accessibility option. Set these settings. We're not going to tell you how to play it, but if you pick these, this isn't how we designed the game, right? The exact things that you can set in Celeste assist mode are cheats, or you could see another game calling them cheats, but because they don't call them cheats, it doesn't feel like it's being mean to the player or chastising them. I guess Sekiro has that problem, is you can't level up in Sekiro at all. And you can't summon players to help you. So it's just straight up Dark Souls difficulty without any of the moderation. Weapon upgrade point. I might have enough now. Oh, I did it a second ago. Get 20 direct hits on imps. Okay, I think I know what imps are now from one of those rune trials. That's one. Guys that are slightly more annoying than the possessed. The wimps.
You must stop. The hell energy is unusable without the filters.
I don't give a fuck.
Warning. Energy contamination detected.
Give hell energy. Oh, that's pretty lame, Spiky. I haven't heard of that. Oh, new enemy. Unwilling. Whoops. I think I shot a rocket right in front of my face. Didn't think that guy was going to turn that corner on me. I wonder what sort of progress you keep when you die and have to load a checkpoint. If you keep, like, challenge progression for that area. Oh, asshole. Guess that didn't count as a direct hit. Oh geez, so I think the unwilling was supposed to be most of the stage. That's interesting. But if you open by immediately rocketing them, it doesn't spawn a bunch of extra enemies. Probably use the chainsaw more. I've been bad about that. Let me see. See anywhere to get further up in here. Whoa. Don't know what killed me there, but okay. Secret found. Oh, hey. Open upgrade point for the auto map. Need 5 for quick launcher. Yeah, I guess my issue with the I'm a busy adult with things to do DLC is that, like, they know that the base game is too much. They're not giving you enough Maka and enough XP for the game to feel good and playable. And it makes me nervous that they're able to, like, monetize that. Like, hey, I got that, Kaimam. It might be a bit before I get it to show up on the sheet, but I'll get you set up soon. But it needs to be the special in order for me to get the cluster strike.
Warning. Energy contamination at critical levels.
We spent decades perfecting the science, selling it to humanity. We balanced their hell energy with our science, making it usable and safe. We solved an energy crisis the world had no answer for. It works. You cannot do this.
I can do whatever I want. I'm the Doom guy. Didn't you hear? Whoops, I really gotta be careful with that rocket launcher. Oh wow, this is pretty far back. I guess it could be worse. Imps down. There we go. There's the Berserker power up. That's pretty wonderful. You just punch the unwilling to death. Wonderful. I'll leave him alive because I want to use the... I do like the sound that's letting you know that your power-up's about to run out. Upgrade point obtained.
Remember, the 12 Council of Nine is always watching.
Interesting. I feel like this game basically has regenerating health, even though it doesn't. In the sense that they can still design each encounter in a discrete way. They don't have to worry about what are you coming into the level with, right? It's just that it's not something that happens automatically. It's something you have to temporarily change your playstyle to
If
earn.
stopping our energy production is what you want, then you need only to destroy this last filter, and Argent energy will no longer exist in this solar system. We will be back at square one.
Rippling bicep.
You have no idea what you have just done.
I think he does. I think he just doesn't care.
Olivia is still alive. I've detected her life signature at the Argent Tower. She has removed one of the accumulators from the tower base. It has a unique energy signature that we can track.
That makes sense, Brewski. They don't say
That's it.
staggered indefinitely, though, right?
There's nothing else to be done.
So, we're playing this again on Friday for slightly less than 2 hours, hour and 45. Chapter seems like a good ending point, so we're going to go ahead and wrap there and switch to the next subblock game a little early, and I'll credit you the time on Friday, Brewski. Let's save and exit here. This has been super fun, though. I really like this game. It's effortlessly enjoyable. The best way I can describe it, and it seems like it does a really good job of living up to all the hype that I've heard about it. I'll be back in a bit with the next subblock game, Helltaker.